Hi, my name is Nichols. This is Pace Consulting, and today we're looking at customer journey mapping basics in the form of a short video guide. If you'd like to come have a look with me, I always map customer journeys as circles, and hopefully as we go through this demonstration you'll see the advantage of doing that. So starting with the customer on the right hand side, we then next go up to consider what motivating factors the customers have in contacting your organisation, before then considering how they go about contacting you, whether that's online or over the phone possibly, and finally the fulfilment processes you have in place to deliver what the customer is asking for. When the circle's complete, the circle looks right, and that's why I like using circles for mapping journeys. And hopefully when we go through this you'll see the effects of the journey breaking up and how you can't help but want to find out more. First of all, when you're considering your customers, it's worth dwelling on how much you actually know about them. Clearly the more you know about the customer, the more you can understand what their motivations are in contacting you in the first place, good and bad, and finally the methods in which they contact you, like I say, either online or over the phone or through another contact method, and also the expectations you set, and whether those expectations get delivered during any fulfilment processes. When you consider the journey in a circle like this, it's easy to see where there might be issues in your processes. Now, it's also worth remembering that when you map customer journeys, you're mapping the actual journey the customer takes, not a sort of process that you might think that they follow. So it involves looking at live cases on a case-by-case basis and going through them individually. When you do that, you can start to see if the process is breaking down. So for instance, what if the customer made contact but then the organisation wasn't able to fulfil the process, causing the customer to go away and look elsewhere? I mean, the question then is, what's their motivation for coming back again? Equally, what if the customer made contact and had an expectation raised that their request could be fulfilled, but the process broke down during fulfilment? The likelihood is that the customer who has an expectation of when they might receive something will continue to contact the organisation and chase, which then in turn involves some internal processes to continue that progress chasing activity, and the circle is broken again. So where fundamentally you have this sort of single complete circle, as you can see on the screen now, where improvements are likely to take place are in the individual areas of contact and fulfilment. And in fact the marketing teams within your organisation may also want to look at how to stimulate the motivation factors for customers contacting in the first place. If you're in the public sector, you might indeed want to reverse that and try and reduce the amount of contact you're getting depending on the service offered. When you compare the single circle to the other ones that we looked at where the process fell down to start with during the contact phase, and then in the second example during fulfilment, it's much clearer to see that some work needs to take place in those areas. And I think that's the power of using circles in doing customer journey mapping, even at a basic level, is it's quite clear from the first glance what sort of work needs to be done and where focus should be placed. I hope that's been useful as a quick and short video guide. And for more information on customer journey mapping basics, please visit the website, which is www.pace-consulting.co.uk, where you'll find out more information and some case studies as to where this has been used. And I hope that's been useful. I've been Matt Nichols, and I hope to catch up with you soon.